All rise. Voulez-vous lever? The International Criminal Court is now in session. L'audience de la Cour pénale internationale est ouverte. Please be seated. Voulez-vous asseoir?
A confirmation of charges hearing is a public hearing at which ICC judges determine whether there is sufficient evidence to establish substantial grounds to believe that a suspect has committed the crimes presented by the prosecutor to the judges. The confirmation of charges hearing is neither a trial nor a mini-trial. The purpose of the hearing is to ensure the fairness of the proceedings by protecting the suspects from facing charges and going into trial without substantial grounds and evidence. During the hearing, all the participants to the proceedings, the prosecutor, the defense, and the legal representatives of victims, present their case before the judges of the pre-trial chamber. In compliance with the Rome Statute, the prosecutor is required to support each specific charge against the suspect with sufficient evidence in order to establish substantial grounds to believe that the person committed the crime with which he or she has been charged. Once the prosecution has presented its case, the defense can discuss the evidence and then present its own evidence. Legal representatives of victims can also present their views during the confirmation of charges hearing and discuss the evidence presented by the prosecutor and the defense. At the end of the confirmation of charges hearing, all the participants to the proceedings, the prosecutor, the defense, and the legal representatives of victims can submit their final statements to the judges. The judges of the pretrial chamber, upon evaluation of the presented evidence, then issue a written decision within 60 days of the date the confirmation hearing ends. The judges can decide to confirm the charges or decline to confirm the charges, suspend the hearing, or request the prosecutor to consider providing additional evidence or amending a charge on the grounds that the evidence submitted appears to establish a different crime. If the judges decide to confirm the charges, the case proceeds to trial. A trial chamber with other judges is then composed and has to make all necessary arrangements to facilitate the fair and expeditious conduct of the trial. The designated trial chamber for the case is responsible for conducting fair and expeditious proceedings with full respect for the rights of the accused. The accused is presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond reasonable doubt. The accused has the right to conduct the defense in person or through counsel of his or her choosing. Victims may also participate in proceedings directly or through their legal representatives. Once the charges have been read out to the accused person, the judges make sure he or she understood the meaning and nature of the charges. Thereafter, the prosecution and the defense present their evidence. The office of the prosecutor is the first to present its case.
Madam President, Your Honors, the prosecution's evidence establishes substantial grounds to believe that Matthew Ngujolo and Jamin Katanga planned and ordered FNI and FRPI soldiers under their command to launch a joint attack against the village of Bogoro. Many civilians were killed either by bullet or knife. Some were captured, others suffered injuries, such as bullet wounds. Some were abused sexually or otherwise.
Once the office of the prosecutor has submitted all its evidence, the defense then presents its case.
My client did not order the attack on MGS Haskinita. He did not encourage it. He did not aid and abet it. He did not support it. He didn't take part in that attack at all contrary to the submissions put forward by my learned friends sitting opposite. In fact, the opposite is the case. Rather than condoning or encouraging that attack, he went on record and roundly condemned it. But Your Honours will have to review the evidence and look at the conduct of my client.
The ICC is the first international criminal court to enable victims to participate in all stages of the proceedings before the court through their legal representatives.
La plupart des victimes que je représente aujourd'hui ont mentionné que le préjudice dont elles ont souffert et souffrent encore n'ont pas été traités. Toutefois, l'expression de leur voix à travers leur participation dans cette procédure constitue, je l'espère, une manière d'adresser ces préjudices.
Upon conclusion of the proceedings, the trial chamber issues its decision, acquitting or convicting the accused. If the accused is convicted, the trial chamber issues a sentence for a specific term of up to 30 years or, when justified by the extreme gravity of the crime and the individual circumstances of the convicted person, life imprisonment. The trial chamber may also order reparations to victims.
All rise.